What's up, everyone? Hope all of you had a happy New Year's. So, no, I did. I just hung out with the family. It was pretty nice. So, not a lot going on out here today. Had a short day at work, so I figured I'd get some stuff done around here. Things that I've been neglecting, or still neglecting. So, I'm gonna go clean out the chicken house. I got some leftover pumpkins I never got around to getting the seeds out of. I'm gonna go throw out in the field so they can start breaking down. You know, just little things, kind of clean this place up a little bit. But first, I'm gonna try and jump this lawnmower so I can go put that in the shop. I got this battery tender vehicle jumper over Christmas, so see if it works as good as I was told it's supposed to work. Well, I got it plugged in and hooked up, so we'll see if this works. And the biggest pain in the ass about jumping lawnmowers is you have to have the seat down for it to do anything, which makes it really easy. Alright, well, this thing's not wanting to jump it, so I'm not sure why. Probably have to dig into it more and figure it out. But I'm just gonna hook the trickle charger up to this and move on because I don't feel like waiting around. Alright, well, I got the trickle charger hooked up to the lawnmower, and I got the Honda warming up right now, so I can use that here in a minute. So while I wait, I figured I'd let you guys in on my evil plan for world domination, which is really just expanding this place so I can do more. So currently I have this pen right here. It's got the old chicken house in it. So right now they're in that stall. That's kind of the temporary one until I put something better together. But what I'm thinking is I've got this pen here, so I'm going to finish putting panels up. You can see like I started there, but I ran out, got the wire coiled up. Finished putting panels around this, really wall this in pretty good. And that'll be my first little pen for what I want to do. Then I have this gate, this little fence section here that I put in. Oh. Which gate's a little overgrown, so I just ran into it because it doesn't want to open. Then I have this out here. And currently, the plan is I'm going to plant more pumpkins or whatever out there. What I was thinking is putting more panels or fencing down here, because this stuff that's on here is old and fallen down and, you know, just need to redo it. But putting that, running that out there a little bit, like maybe where those pine trees are, putting another fence in here up to the barn, and then I'd have this all fenced in, plus that. Then I think I can get a couple sheep or a couple goats or both, run those out here, see what that does for me. So I don't know, I think that'll be a good little expansion, what I'm trying to do. Like I said, some sheep or some goats. I have an in-law that raises them, so I can get them from there. Raise them for meat, kind of see how well that does, if it's worth, you know, expanding more. You know, but a little something extra to do along with all the other projects I got going on. I still got to build raised garden beds for my wife, because she wants to sell some produce at the farm stand next spring and summer. And you know, I got a handful of other things that I want to do, plus plant some more pumpkins, more corn, like a whole list of things. It's probably going to be a busy summer. Anyways, four-wheeler sounds warmed up now, so I'm going to go hook it up to my trailer, get all these nasty pumpkins out of here, because I never got around to getting the seeds out of them. So that'll be the first little job to do today. So I think this year, one of the things I want to do is try and be a little better about posting videos. You know, trying to find more stuff to record and try and make it a little more interesting. You know, I do have the personality of a 2x4, so it makes it a little difficult for all this stuff. And try and put it on like YouTube and Rumble, you know, see how that does. I think that's a good little goal to have. So we'll see how that works, if I actually do it or I forget and only do like one video a week or something. But anyways, I'm gonna put the camera down for a minute and try and get some work done. What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. So Not a whole lot going on around here, just doing more winter maintenance, letting the chickens out, let them go run around. Had a hell of a rainstorm last night, so I need to walk around and check and make sure everything's still in one piece and nothing got blown over or holes in the roof. First building I'm going to check is the old storefront previous owners used. And I don't see any puddles on the floor in here. Everything looks all right. The previous owners of this place, they use this building as like the storefront. They have a weird little boutique farm store thing. I kind of want to do the same thing, not selling like farm decor, but I think it's kind of cool to turn into a little farm store in the future. You know, sell our sourdough, whatever else we produce here out of it. Maybe like the worm castings. I don't know. It's definitely got some potential and it's usable space. So that's the current plan I want to try and do with it. Stalls look okay. I'm going to do a video on that tractor here in a minute. But I need to finish cleaning this out. This is what happens when you just never clean your shit. Like that is all pigeon shit that was inside this wall that I shoveled out of there. Yeah, the previous owners, they had this as like chicken house, kind of what I'm doing now. But they had both stalls and they just never cleaned them. So the other stall was about twice as bad as that one, and that one's got at least 6 inches of chicken bedding and chicken shit in there. So that's been a bit of a chore to work through. Let's go check the rear shop. Everything looks all right in here. Tractors are still in one piece. Not that anything would happen to them, and I don't see no puddles on the ground. This building, I don't know if I've showed you guys this one yet. This is kind of where I want to work on tractors and stuff. Have all my tools and things back here. That way, you know, I can have something pulled apart and working on it and it's not in the road. You know, then I don't have to move it. But so now I'll go walk up. I'll check the pump house and the main shop. Make sure there's no damage there. Being out in the desert and up on top of this hill, it gets real windy out here, and then when it rains, it, you know, rains sideways, which is never fun. And I guess I can turn this video into a tour of the place. I don't know how much I've actually shown of, you know, this little farm I have going on here, apart from just, you know, panning around. So these are old livestock stalls, little horse stalls. I got 2 sets, the one back there that we just looked at, and then these. The roof on this one's no good. This building's kind of rotten, so I'm more than likely going to tear it down. The only issue I have with that is that this is also where my pump is. As you can see, I mean, this building has seen better days, but my pump and everything's right there, so I don't see no big puddles in here, so that's good. So yeah, I think that building will probably get torn down in the next couple of years, open up the space a little bit more, and, you know, maybe put something different there or utilize it differently. Right now it's really only good for storage. The back pen where the stalls open up to, that's all gravel now, so it's not like I could have animals in there that I could turn out on the day. They'd just be stuck inside. So it doesn't really have a purpose right now. I mean, I might think of something different to do with it, but currently it's on the chopping block. We'll check the main shop. This is my 01 Dodge that's still running, still faithful. This building's pretty solid, so I doubt there'll be anything in here. Yeah, my little home gym. So, for the most part, I mean, everything looks like it's all in one piece. I don't see any major issues, so that's good. Let's see what I got to do today. I got another pile of pumpkins I forgot about that I had to go out there and smash, so they'll start breaking down out in the pumpkin patch, get the nutrients for next year, fix some stuff, clean some stuff up, finish cleaning out that stall. I got to put away the outside Christmas lights, and that's always fun. So yeah, I mean, pretty slow day, just winter maintenance, you know, fixing things, getting stuff put away, trying to get as much cleaned up as possible so I have less stuff to worry about next spring and summer. You know, 'cause that was probably the hardest part about last summer, was finding time to clean stuff out and fix things while also trying to figure out the whole pumpkin situation for the first time. So yeah, just kind of hang around today and try and do some more videos. All right, so this is for all my tractor heads out there. I got some new toys here. Figured I'd show everyone what new additions I have to this place. Well, they're not really mine. My friend's storing them here, and he said I could use them if I wanted. But they're all pretty cool. So first I got Farmall 460 with a bucket. So nice red tractor. Go really good with my John Deere that I got sitting in the shop. Doesn't run quite right. It'll start, but it's got some issues. I think it's the carburetor needs to get cleaned or rebuilt. So, but I'm excited about this one. I've always liked Farmalls. I've always thought they were cool. So if I get this one working right, it'll be a nice thing to have around here and use. All right, so these next three tractors are super cool. They were rebuilt by a guy in my pulling club named Norm, who's a big Ford tractor guy. They're all souped up. I don't know a whole lot about them. I got to talk to my buddy who owns them now and get like some better information, but they're just cool to look at. So first off, this little Ford right here, souped up V6. This is the first pulling tractor. I believe it's an 8N, 8 or 9N, not 100%. He's, you know, new paint job, new everything. I mean, this thing, should have seen videos of it going down the track, just tearing it up. So I really like this one. And the second one is this beast. So Norm built it, pulled out the stock engine, put a V8 in there. Got 6 exhaust pipes straight up. I know I've done videos about this one tearing down the track. You got the external fuel and the front weights. So this one here is a pulling tractor. That's what this was designed for, and it does it really well. Louder than I'll get out, which makes it even cooler. Walk around the back here. So super awesome tractor. So the last one is parked back. It's the one in the video I just did before that, sitting in the background. It's parked under the roof by my stalls. It's also super cool. Yeah, and this one, it was rebuilt as a pulling tractor, but it's also more practical than the other two, so you could use it for farming, not just tractor pulling. So Ford 961 PowerMaster, dual exhaust. It is a tricycle. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of tricycle tractors, but it's still super cool. I mean, just look at this thing. So this one, I've also done videos on this one when it's pulling. Pretty sure if you go back far enough. Like I said, super cool. Really excited just to have them here, to be able to look at them and hopefully kind of learn how to drive them so I could use them a little bit. So yeah, I mean, awesome tractors. I don't know about you, but there's just something about fixing up old tractors and shining them up and making them look nice that, you know, just really cool. Especially these old Fords. I don't feel like you see them around too much. I mean, the most ones I see are just yard art now. Probably haven't ran in years. You know, so the fact that there's 3 here that are souped up and tuned up and, you know, a little piece of ag history that still runs, to me is really cool. And that 460, I've always been kind of an international guy. I've always liked the way they looked. So getting that one running right, you know, pretty excited for that. So anyways, drop a comment, tell me which one's your favorite. I'd like to be able to sit down with Norb eventually and kind of hear the stories behind each of them. Learn a little bit more about them. But yeah, like I said, tell me which ones you like. which ones you want to see in action, I'll see what I can do.